So, good morning to all of you. So, last class we had completed some more topics of the chapter GIMP, Introduction to GIMP, chapter 3. I hope you all have practiced it. Today, few more topics will complete like cut, copy, and variety of paste options are there. So, according to your requirement, all those paste options can be used. And we'll talk about layers, hiding and unhiding the layers, creating the layers, deleting the layers, locking and unlocking the layers, merging layers and flattening the image, and how to apply filters. And these things we have already done in Photoshop, if you remember. Here, same thing will be done but in a different way. So let's start by opening an image here. Suppose I'm opening one image here, this only, since we have done almost all the practices in this one only. So it is getting selected, and by the same time I'm opening a new document also so that I can show you the different ways of posting. You can see both the documents which I have opened are there on top. Okay, so first one, how to select the data or how to cut the data. For that, what you need to do, first use one of the selection tool and select it. Suppose this part I have selected. Now for cutting it, you will be using Ctrl plus X, or you can go to edit menu, and there also you will get the option of cut. Once you will cut the data from there, you will see the blank space will be there. Now go to the new file, and here you can go for pasting it. If you will directly paste it like from edit menu, only paste option you are using, then it will be in the center of the new document. And if you are going to use paste in place, then in the previous part where you have made the selection and the current selection area is there, on that part only your selection will be pasted. You need to understand in a different way. So I'm just clicking on paste. You will see the selected part will be pasted in the selected area. Okay, so at the same time, if I'll open any other file, suppose this file I have opened, and now I'm going to copy some part from this document with the help of selection tool. Again selected, now just copy it, no need to cut it, edit, copy, or you can also use the shortcut key Ctrl plus C. Selected. Now in this canvas, I don't want it in the center of the image, the selected part to be pasted. I want the copied region, this region only it should be pasted. Or you can go to the previous one where you have cut or copied. Here in the center you want to paste it. Then you will go to edit and you will choose the option paste in place. You can see that in that area it will be pasted. Or the shortcut key for this is Control plus Alt plus V. So all the shortcut keys for pasting in different methods are given in your book. Next is paste into selection. This option in edit menu pastes the copied content inside any current selection that has been made after copying the content. Okay, this you keep in mind. Suppose from here I'm going to paste in this one which I had selected. So go to edit and you choose the option paste into selection. You will see just in the center it will be placed. Okay, same way the last option is there. The current selection which you had made in this and you want to paste on top of this only, then edit and you will choose the paste into selection in place. Now that part can be moved also. If you can see, it is getting moved up from that part. So this is your paste into selection in place. Another way of pasting is if you want to paste it as a different layer. You must remember this thing, that every image which you create or open will be opened with a default layer which is background layer, and if you want to paste it as a different layer, then you can choose the option paste into selection, or sorry, paste as, and as a new brush, as a new pattern, what way you want to paste, you can paste it there as a new layer. The moment you will click, you will see that pasted layer, a new layer will be created. So these are the different ways to paste the data, and most frequently you will be using Ctrl C, Ctrl V wherever you want to paste the data. Next is layers. This layers concept already explained to you people. So let's close all this so that I can show you the background layer and the meaning of layer. I'm not going to save any changes. So file, open. A file will get open with this. Suppose this I want to open. You can see the layer is there. This is the default layer. Every image will get opened with a layer, and that is the background layer. Even if you're going to delete any other layer, this layer should be there. This is the mandatory one, background layer. Basically, layers are part of the images, or you can say that transparent sheets are kept on top of each other. Like on one sheet you have drawn a house, another one you have made a tree, then on top of that you have made some mountains, and if you will place all those three transparent sheets on top of each other, so through those sheets all these three images will be visible to you. So in same way, for making the editing simple, we place the things on different transparent sheets, and those transparent sheets in GIMP are known as layers. Here we have only one default layer. Suppose you want to draw a tree, so for that you have to insert a layer, and then on that layer you can edit that layer by drawing anything, and when you will make any change on the newly added layer, the previous one will not be affected. Once your all the things editing is being done, you can merge both the layers together so that both the images or part of the images will be treated as a single image. Okay, how? So let's start from where you can suppose this is the layer panel and it is not visible, and you want it to be there on the screen. For that, what you have to do, just go to Windows. From there, dockable dialogs are there, and you will go to the option layers. Control plus L, the shortcut key, can also be used. This is getting highlighted. It means the layer panel is already there on your screen. And if it is hidden, then you will follow this method: Windows, dockable dialogs, layers, and then you will click on that part. It will come. Now, how to create a layer? You can see at the layer panel, different icons are there. This one is for creating a new layer. This one is for deleting a layer. So if you want to create a new layer, either from here you can do, or from the layer panel, new layer option or the shortcut key shift plus control plus N can be used. The moment you will click on new layer, it will show you the name of the layer, the opacity, everything will be shown there. Layer name by default is layer. Suppose I'm making this layer name as tree, so it will be tree. Will it be visible? Cross sign, all those options. This is your locked icon. I'll show it and I'll explain it afterwards also. So click on OK. You can see that a new layer is there. If you want to edit that layer, then you'll have to make it. This time, since I have clicked on the tree layer, this layer is active. If I'm clicking here, so this layer is active. So if any changes I'll be making there, so it will be done on this layer, not on this. Okay. Next is, yeah, one more thing. If you can set the tolerance of this layer, highest the tolerance, transparency will be more. Tolerance can be set from this part. Okay, here, wait a minute. So you will wait. Set tolerance option will come. Where to position, size, highlights. This is the rectangle tool options. So from here you will get the tolerance. Okay. More the tolerance, you can see here tolerance will be there shown. Where is it? It's hidden somewhere. Yeah, this is opacity. This is the opacity. 100 means it is fully transparent. If you will decrease it, then transparency will reduce. Okay, so if you will increase it, the transparency will be increased. Means every sheet will be visible on top of each other clearly. Now, if you want to draw anything on this, first you can see, yeah, you can in your book you will must underline that line where background layer is created by default when you create a new image. Now how to hide and unhide this eye icon, you can see before every layer. Okay, so this is, if this eye icon is there, it means the icon is not hidden. If you will click on this, now it is hidden, it's not visible. If it is there, so same button is used for hiding and unhiding. Another button just next to it, there will be locking and unlocking. If the layer is not locked, then that icon, that chain icon will not be visible. If you want to lock it, just next to this eye icon you click, you will see a so I was talking about locking and unlocking here. Then if you will click on just next to this eye icon, you can see that the lock icon is there and it will be highlighted with the chain. It means that it will be locked. Now you won't be able to edit it. Anything, if you want to save, it will not be. And if you want to unlock it, just click on this. Now you can save the changes made on this. Okay. So this is how locking and unlocking. Suppose you have made one another layer. Let me disable it first. For making new layer, click on this plus icon, a new layer will get created there. Now on this layer, if you want to rename, you just rename it first. In the beginning also you would have done it, renaming the layer. Where is that option? Double click and there you can name it as house or anything. House, I have given the name. And if you want to make any changes on this, you work with this, and after that you merge it with the this icon. So for that, right click on the top one. You will see that any new layer added will be on top of the background layer. If you want to merge with this, right click and you will get the option of merge down. Both the layers will be merged together. So this is how you can merge it. If you want to delete this one, just select it and click on this cross icon, it will get deleted. Next is applying filters. For applying filters, you just select the filters. If you remember, different types of effects to part of the image can be provided. For that, first you make the selection, suppose this part. Now go to filters and there all the options are there. Suppose I want to pixelize it, the options will appear. You just increase the ratio, it is already increased. So whatever changes you will make, the effect will be there in the preview part, as you can see. So this can be done from there. The background color I want to change, or background color has been changed from here. So this way it can be done. Then any other effect if you want to provide from filters, artistic, cartoon, then again this will appear, and for applying it is processing it and increase the part which you want to increase and see the effect. So this way you can apply different types of filters from the filter menu. I hope you all have understood up to this. Next class will start with working with tools, layers and filters, and I'll show you the exercise part of this chapter. Otherwise this means part will become very lengthy and you won't be able to understand. That's why I'm just sending the videos of this chapter in small parts. Okay, so thank you and have a nice day.